Hello again in this installment of Spiritual Wisdom. This is one of my comfortable videos where I'm lying down. I'm grateful to all of you who follow me here. And if you're new here, my name is Nicholas, and on my channel I talk about witchcraft, Wicca, paganism, self-love, and all matter of philosophical and spiritual topics. So if you're interested in those types of things, please subscribe, join this amazing community, please hit like, and if there's any friends you've got, or rather you've been here for a while, you're new, and you're new to the channel, please share this channel with your friends as well, if you feel it will help them in their spiritual journey or with self-love as well. But today I'm going to talk about things in life that are not easy. Now the things in life that are not easy, they are rewarding. So the first thing in life that's not easy but it transforms your life is learning to love yourself. It's not easy to learn to love yourself because with self-love we're learning what our strengths are. We're also learning what our flaws and weaknesses are, but we're learning not to feel bad about having flaws and weaknesses. We're learning to sort of accept our flaws and weaknesses. We're learning what we like, what we dislike. Through self-love we're also healing ourselves. We're looking at past traumas, past issues, and we're healing from them. Self-love does that. Another thing that's not easy to do in life is shadow work. Shadow work is not easy, but it is rewarding, because with shadow work you're going into your fears, your doubts, your worries, what's upsetting you, past traumas. You're going into all that, you're looking into it with discernment, not feeling bad or judging yourself, but learning from it, looking at all those bad experiences and learning from it. Changing your life and transforming yourself is also not easy, and self-love allows us to do this. But also the third thing I would say it's not easy in life is transforming yourself or changing your life. Only you can do it. There are many tools, things that can help you do that, but it's not an easy thing to do, but it's rewarding. Also, walking a spiritual path is not easy. Now some people, there's no right or wrong spiritual path. I 100% believe that, because if there's one path that was wholly right, then we'd all follow it, But to know if a path's right or not for you, that's the most important thing. And to me, it's like some people, they follow the Christian path or the Christian religion. For them, that is their faith, but it's also their spirituality. And that gives them a sense of comfort, peace, wisdom. For some people it's the Jewish path, for some people it's the Islamic path, for some people it's the Hindu path, Buddhist. There's no right or wrong sort of religious or spiritual path, but walking your path in life is not easy, because walking a spiritual path is going to allow you to heal your life, transform, because spirituality or a religious path, even though a religious path has got a framework, that framework allows you to heal and grow. And it's not easy to walk a spiritual path, because it's all about finding what path's right for you. And you might start, like for me, I started out with Wicca, and for many years I identified as an eclectic Wiccan witch. That's how I felt, that's how I described my practice. Nothing wrong with Wicca, just as time went on it wasn't the right fit for me, and in my practice now I identify as an eclectic pagan witch. Now that label fits my practice a lot more, it describes my practice a lot more, but the end of walking your spiritual path is not easy, because you can start out in a certain religion, a certain path, and then you could go a completely different sort of direction which is right for you. Also, listening to your intuition and living an intuitive life where you let your intuition, or you make decisions or judgments based on what you're feeling intuitively, that's not easy either. And also becoming healthy, changing your lifestyle, growing, anything that involves personal growth, personal transformation is not easy, because in self-love it's all about that. It's learning to get to know who you are. It's about learning to accept yourself. the good and the bad, and just learn to be yourself. And self-love, and a lot of these, there's a lot of shadow work and a lot of spiritual things or philosophical things. They're challenging. They are very challenging, and they encourage you to face your fears, face your traumas, in order for you to grow and heal. And there's a beautiful quote that I've read, and it's so important. If it doesn't challenge you, then it won't change you. And this saying really means, if you're not finding the process difficult, or there's no challenges in that, what you're doing, then you're not going to find any growth in it. And to me, the most important lesson, something really helps us grow and evolve, is learning to love ourselves, because it's not easy, it is challenging. Same with shadow work. And as I've talked about Sarah, the divination witch, I do love Sarah, and she's a wonderful person to learn from, and she's been talking about the cliff off. So there's a lot of people, I've never done the cliff off, I know very little about it, I'm interested in it, and maybe in the future I may, study the cliff off and look into doing it, because I'm very interested. And the cliff off is basically the tree of life, and it's found in like Jewish mysticism. And then in Jewish mysticism, there's also like the tree of death. But, you get the cliff off, and then there's the other one, what's the tree of death, but I forget the name of it. But Sarah, the divination witch, is very knowledgeable in that department. She spoke about it, but she's talking about how it's very challenging doing the cliff off, how it's very challenging, how it's bringing up a lot of past traumas, a lot of issues, a lot of her deities and spirits are helping her with the cliff off and going through that. And that's what Sarah, the divination witch, is talking about. There's a lot of other practitioners that do the cliff off, which is like the tree of life and then the tree of death. And a lot of people find that challenging and difficult. But even though it's challenging, even though it's difficult, it's rewarding. And I think it's so important to understand, if you don't find something challenging in life, it doesn't bring you out of your comfort zone, you're not going to learn. So that's two things that you have to remember in life. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. And also, if it doesn't get you out of your comfort zone, because nothing good happens in your comfort zone. And a lot of these things, like learning to love yourself, shadow work, finding your spiritual path, doing different sort of spiritual paths, be that the cliff off, there's a lot of other path workings. Some will be right for some people, some will not. But at the end of the day, a lot of these like different path workings or work doing the cliff off, it's all challenging, and it gets you out of your comfort zone. And when you're out of your comfort zone, it's difficult, but a lot of amazing and wonderful things happen. Nothing good happens in your comfort zone, because you're that used to it. There's no room for growth in your comfort zone. And learning to grow, learning to love yourself, learning to become a better person, and learning to stand in your power and take control of your life and being the best version of yourself, none of that is easy, but it is so rewarding. And manifestation, spell work, these things may look as if they're easy. They do work. Manifestation works. Spell work does work. But manifestation is not a vending machine. It's essentially you're doing a dance, a sacred dance for the universe when you're manifesting. Same with spell work. You're creating a beautiful sort of mandala, or a mandala that represents your desire, your intention and will to bring about desired change in your life. And spell work is called spell work for a reason, because you have to put work into each spell you're doing. Manifestation, it's not, you're working with the universe to bring about change. And manifestation's not a quick fix. Spellcraft, it's not a quick fix, but it does work, And it's important to understand the framework behind manifestation spell work, but it works, but it's not a quick fix, and it takes time as well. And I'm going to talk more about manifestation in other videos, how it works and how you're doing a sacred dance for the universe and things like that. As always, this is me talking about things that challenge you, things that are difficult and how they change your life. And essentially, this is me talking about a few different things that are challenging, but they change your life as well for the better. Until next time, may my heart meet again. I'm grateful to all of you who follow me here. I hope this video helps. You may be finding some area of your life right now challenging, but just remember, this getting out of your comfort zone, this challenging yourself or doing something that's good for you but is difficult, is going to bring a lot of big changes in your life. So until next time, may part meet again. Blessed be.